Glorious Goodwood, 5 of the finest days of racing England has to offer. Crowds back on the beautiful South Downs to enjoy the stunning scenery and the equine superstars on show. And the headliner on day one was certainly a legend in the making, Stradivarius bidding for his 5th Al-Shakab Goodwood Cup.
They're off. And as they head towards the last furlong, Stradivarius now, in receipt of all the weight, has taken it up. Stradivarius strides to the line. Torsador is making him fight every yard to the line, but again, it is Stradivarius in the Qatar Goodwood Cup. Heading towards the last 100 yards. Stradivarius in front. This is going to be an impressive victory for him. It'll be 3 Goodwood Cups in a row. What a stare this horse is. Stradivarius creates history. Looked in trouble, but that was a 4th Al-Shakab Goodwood Cup for him.
Plenty to whet the appetite before then though, even with heavy conditions leading to a glut of non-runners. That rain didn't hinder migration. David Menuisier's charge had been off the track for 641 days before returning at Salisbury in June. He built on that here, the favourite winning this 10-furlong handicap.
Migration in the blue, launch on the back of the field, late on by William Buick, surges down the centre and romps up. Migration to Caradoc, Cockalorum, Johnny Drama, Majestic Dawn, Sky Defender and Data Protection.
Next up, 2-year-olds in action for the Unibet Vintage Stakes. Berkshire Shadow carried a penalty for his Coventry Stakes win at Royal Ascot, but was sent off the favourite, with the Aidan O'Brien trained the Acropolis well backed behind him.
And it's almost a 2-length lead now for Joe Fanning on Austrian Theory in front. Dark blue jacket for Ryan Moore on the Acropolis is up on the outside of Danny Tudhope, Eldrick Jones, the white colours. Then Frankie Dettori a length further back in 4th position. Angel Blur, Asheen Murphy in red on Berkshire Shadow is next. The violet colours, Secret Strength. Ross Orion is at the rear of the field. They're past the 3 marker and it continues to be on the left Austrian Theory. The Acropolis is closer to him now in 2nd position. On the right is Angel Blur coming with a challenge. Berkshire Shadow, the red colours, is last but one and under pressure. Eldrick Jones is against the running rail as they head down towards the last furlong now. Angel Blur nearest to us, coming through, gets in the way of the Acropolis. Still there is Austrian Theory against the running rail. Berkshire Shadow's going down the centre. It's Angel Blur in front. Berkshire Shadow in the red is gaining with every stride, but Angel Blur got first run and wins. Berkshire Shadow in 2nd, Austrian Theory in 3rd position and the Acropolis in 4th.
Angel Bleu recovered from a quick turnaround to win the Vintage Stakes, just 3 days after a 2nd place effort in the Winkfield at Ascot. Rafe Beckett's charge proving much the best at the line to gain his 3rd career victory from 6 starts. 7 furlongs was also the trip for the Unibet Lenox Stakes, with the 3-year-old Creative Force a warm order to record his 5th win of the year after running with credit in the Darley July Cup at Newmarket earlier in the month.
And the back marker is last year's winner, Space Blues, in the royal blue jacket as they come then towards the turn into the home straight and halfway in the Unibet Lenox, and it is Happy Power. He's about a length, maybe slightly under that, ahead of Toro Strike in 2nd place, and Safe Voyage is running on the right there in 3rd. Fundamental tucked away against the running rail right in the centre. Blue jacket and white cap is Creative Force. Kinross is against the running rail, then comes Escobar, a red cap, and on the right is Space Blues beginning his move towards the leaders now, who are down at the 2-furlong pole, and it's still Happy Power in front. Out now is Creative Force trying to get past Toro Strike and go into 2nd. Space Blues coming from the back of the field nearest to us, and behind those is Kinross, who's running on as well. It's Happy Power just in front to Kinross now, and Ross Orion throwing down a very big challenge. Creative Force is nearest to us, then comes Space Blues. Kinross is just in front as they come to the line, very tight. Kinross, Creative Force and Happy Power right in behind him, Space Blues.
Double delight for Beckett, his 2nd Group 2 in less than an hour. Kinross held on grimly to the line under Ross Orion to deny the favourite. It was finally time for the feature, albeit with a vastly different shape to the field than expected. Stradivarius was a late withdrawal because of the ground conditions, with Spanish Mission also taken out on the day due to the tough going. That left the race at the mercy of Alan King's Trueshaan.
Good luck, Holly.
They're off. A race away from the 2 mile start, with Santiago missing the start by 2 or 3 lengths or so as they begin for the Al Shakab Goodwood Cup and begin their left-handed turn to begin with. Aron Navian, a white cap just about in front. Naef Road in the blue colours, royal blue jacket, running in second position. Trueshaan, yellow and blue towards the left, a little keen in the early strides. The dark blue jacket of Serpentine is with him, and then the best turned out winner, Sir Ron Priestley, a yellow and red jacket and black cap. The nose banded Away He Goes is next, and Emperor of the Sun, purple cap. He's a chestnut horse with a prominent white blaze there together, and just a length and a half ahead of Santiago in the blue and orange jacket, who is the back marker. There's only going to be about 6-7 lengths between them as they approach now the final mile and a half, and they're about to turn right-handed at this stage. Aron Navian, James Doyle leads. He'd be about 3 parts of a length only ahead of Naef Road and Andret Zeni running in second place. Trueshaan, yellow and blue jacket for Holly Doyle against the running rail, and wider out the yellow and red, it's Franny Norton on Sir Ron Priestley, and they race together in third and fourth places as they make their way on towards the far side of the course. Dark blue colours of Serpentine and Ryan Moore is next as they head down to the final 9 furlongs of the race. Behind him comes Emperor of the Sun, and Gavin Ryan, the purple cap, just preceded by Away He Goes, Jim Crowley, a pale jacket, blue sleeves, and continuing Santiago, blue and orange colours with Wayne Lord and is the back markers. We have a change in the lead now as Naef Road and Andret Zeni has moved through to take it up, and maybe just inject a little bit of pace in the race as they head down past halfway. Trueshaan has moved into second. Aron Navian, who led them very early strides, has dropped back now to be in third place, only just ahead of Sir Ron Priestley, with the nose banded Away He Goes making progress. Then comes Emperor of the Sun, who's in company with Serpentine in the dark blue, who's not lost many lengths, but he's lost a few places on the leaders, and Santiago continues to be at the rear of the field, so they're heading up towards the top of the hill at the far end of the course. They're 3/4 of a mile from home in this Al Shakab Goodwood Cup, and the lead is with Naef Road. He'll turn right-handed by just over a length. Trueshaan running in second. The leader's stablemate Sir Ron Priestley is back in third place. Then Aron Navian in fourth, just niggled at a little bit. Then comes the dark blue of Serpentine off towards the right, beginning to get closer. Emperor of the Sun, and Away He Goes are close to him. Santiago is the back marker, and now Trueshaan is bearing down on Naef Road as they enter the home straight now, and they head down towards the final 3 furlongs. The yellow and blue on the right is Trueshaan, who's now come through to head Naef Road. In behind those is Sir Ron Priestley. Then one from the left with a noseband, Away He Goes coming into it. Santiago is making progress. Emperor of the Sun behind those as they head down inside the last quarter mile, and it's Trueshaan in front to Away He Goes with a noseband throwing down a very big challenge. In blue and orange, Santiago behind those, Sir Ron Priestley battling on well in the yellow and red jacket, and it's Trueshaan and Holly Doyle in front inside the last 200 yards, and now pulling away in magnificent style. Trueshaan is now 3 or 4 lengths clear, and he wins the Al Shakab Goodwood Cup. Trueshaan and Holly Doyle the winner. Away He Goes second, Sir Ron Priestley in third. Santiago is home in fourth.
A first flat Group 1 for Alan King as a trainer. Trueshaan's partnership with Holly Doyle continued to bear fruit after they'd paired up for the Long Distance Cup at Ascot the previous October.
Yeah, I was very confident. Obviously, I haven't had many Group 1 experiences, especially on a 10 to 11 odds on shot, but so I was feeling it a bit more than normal. But you know, look at him, he's an exceptionally talented animal on this ground.
I'm not sure if I had a run on a Group 1 before on the flat, and to come here and then with the other horses coming out and being odds on, I mean, I was okay most of the morning, and then the nerves started to kick in, but no, just thrilled for him, and she's given her a great ride.
From stayers to speedsters, and a 5 furlong handicap to set the pulses racing. Fresh from Group 1 glory, Doyle was at it again on board Lord Ridderford. comfortably seeing off his stablemate El Astronaute into second place.
Maroon colours is El Astronaut. Lord Ridderford, though, in the yellow jacket, and Holly Doyle again has gone well clear as they race to the line. Lord Ridderford easily, El Astronaut in second, Desert Safari, Sunday Sovereign, and Blue de Vega followed him home.
And a double was soon to become a treble for the jockey, as Sisters in the Sky broke her maiden at the third time of asking. An emotional win for owners David Gilmore and James Dellaway.
We bought the horse and we decided to name it after our sisters. I lost mine to bowel cancer, James lost his also, and we originally went for Angels in the Sky, but it was unavailable. So then Sisters in the Sky was a fitting memory to them, and they've been looking down on us today.
The fillies' handicap over a mile saw the field whittled down from 11 to 6 by the off. That made the task of Angam even easier. Richards Hannon's 3-year-old made her own pace out in front and never saw another rival as she coasted to victory.
And it's Angam who's had the run of the race. She's still in front here with Jim Crowley. Angam drifting towards us, but is in front by well over length and makes all. Angam wins, Walela in second, Nebulosa in third, and Urban Violet in fourth.
And on a day where conditions had made such a difference, it was somewhat poetic that Lovely Breeze tasted success in the last. A ready win for this wonderfully consistent filly, who made it 5 straight top 2 finishes in a row.
And Lovely Breeze and William Buick has moved through to the advantage by 2 or 3 lengths. Crazy Luck giving chase, but it's Lovely Breeze who wins. Crazy Luck and Isabella Swan very tight second and third. Gellhorn behind those in fourth. They're off. Migration in the blue, launch on the back of the field, late on by William Buick, surges down the centre and romps up. Migration to Caradoc, Cockalorum, Johnny Drama. They're off. It's Angel Blur in front, Berkshire Shadow in the red, is gaining with every stride, but Angel Blur got first run and wins. Kinross now, and Ross Orion throwing down a very big challenge. Kinross is just in front as they come to the line, very tight. Kinross, Creative Force and Happy Power. They're off. It's Trueshaan and Holly Doyle in front, inside the last 200 yards, and now pulling away in magnificent style. And he wins the Ulster Cab Goodwood Cup. Trueshaan and Holly Doyle the winner. Lord Ridderford coming there very powerfully, the grey. Lord Ridderford, though, in the yellow jacket, and Holly Doyle again has gone well clear as they race to the line. Sisters in the Sky has the advantage. Monet Sunrise is getting closer all the time. Sisters in the Sky, a hat-trick for Holly Doyle. They're off. Angam drifting towards us, but is in front by well over length and makes all. And Lovely Breeze and William Buick has moved through to the advantage by 2 or 3 lengths. Crazy Luck giving chase, but it's Lovely Breeze who wins.
Now, Goodwood's not just about the racing.
Whispering Angel, they tell me, is the best rosé in the world, so I decided I'd part myself here with the 2 of the best in the business. We've got Kelly from Whispering Angel, who's a certified sommelier, and our friend is back, of course, Neil, our top tipster when it comes to tipples. Welcome, you guys, and thanks for having us here. It looks fantastic. Kelly.
Thank you for having us. It's wonderful to be here today.
And Neil, we're very familiar with Whispering Angel because the brand is just beautiful, but it's not just style over substance, is it? Because wonderful wine we have here today.
I'm a massive fan. Actually, I think they produce beautiful wines. We love top-class Provence rosé, don't we? And we love to drink it all year round, and here particularly at Glorious Qatar Goodwood Festival. It's absolutely fantastic.
And tell me a little bit more about the wine that we have here today, Kelly.
So what we've got today is we've got a selection of the wines. We're actually tasting the Whispering Angel, which is a very well-known wine from the Chateau d'Esclans in the beautiful south of France, in the d'Esclans Valley, about 12 kilometres away from Saint-Tropez, Côte d'Azur, beautiful turquoise waters, you can imagine.
Making it all sound so heavenly.
It's beautiful.
So what you've got is this beautiful pale pink in the glass. This is the 2020 vintage of Whispering Angel, a lovely pink hue to the wine. When you take the bouquet on the wine, you get this beautiful array of pink fruits. By pink fruits, we mean very ripe raspberry, strawberry, and also the very, very deep red part of watermelon, and that gives a freshness to the bouquet. And then when you taste the wine, you get this amazing smoothness. It's like fresh.
Steady.
Wait, we're going to go in. We're all going to go in together. Right, come on, here we go.
So you get all of those
very
fresh fruits.
fruity, yes.
Lovely pink fruit profile, and then all of that smoothness. It's very fruity, very vibrant, very much a drink now, enjoy this wine.
I mean, we don't even have to try the next one. We're already completely sold, Kelly. But I mean, going back a few years ago, you know, and down through the years, rosé was kind of associated with just being a summer drink. I mean, it's a fabulous summer drink, but I'm going to ask both of you, is it something we can be enjoying all year round?
I think absolutely. That's the wonderful thing about it. We love rosé all the year round. It's not just special occasions. It's great on its own. It's also great with food as well. Let's just remember about some of these Whispering Angel rosés as well. Brilliant with food. Just a great for all year round.
All right.
Wonderful.
Okay, and we're going to move on. Whoops. We have got Rock Angel, and what else have we got here?
So the Chateau produce a number of rosés. You've got Rock Angel and the Chateau Domaine wine, Chateau d'Esclans. What we're actually trying today is Garous, which is the top wine, the top cuvée from the Chateau. This is a Domaine wine from the estate. The vines that grow the Grenache grapes that form part of the Garous blend are 100 years old, and one of the reasons why our founder, Mr. Lachine, founded the Chateau and found the Chateau back in 2006, because of these beautiful, well-established vines that are producing well-established grapes, lots of complexity, and grapes that can make a much bigger and more powerful wine.
Well,
so this is the premium.
Yeah,
we're into the premium
we are
section,
getting
I
a
think.
special
The
treat
number
today.
one,
And I have to
Whispering
say,
Angel.
Michelle, our producer, would love to be here right now, because Michelle loves Whispering Angel,
She is a
and we're
huge
getting a
fan,
special treat
and I
today.
feel so guilty having the number one. What are we smelling?
So what are we smelling? Well, what you get straight away is something that you're not that familiar, or might not be that familiar with rosé, is lots of vanilla, sweet spice, that's oak. This wine is oak aged in barrel, depending on the vintage, between 16, 17, 18 months, new French oak barrels. So think of a Pouligny Montrachet, think of a Meursault, something from Burgundy. This is a very powerful wine. There's oak, there's batonnage, you're getting a beautiful brioche flavour. There's still that lovely fruit, there's still that pink fruit profile. This is still a rosé after all, but look at that beautiful pale colour.
It's fantastic.
It's very, very pale, it's very, very powerful. Amazing, like you said,
Yes,
Neil, with food.
yes.
I mean, this would cut through a beautiful monkfish curry.
We've got to go in. I think we've got to go in.
We've got to go
It's
in.
very
Get
oaky
that,
compared to the first one.
get that oak, get the texture as you taste it on the palate.
Tell you what, I've never tasted this rosé before until this morning, and this is absolutely brilliant.
That
This is a special
absolutely
treat,
gorgeous. I
real
love
special
it.
treat.
He said, I've got a treat for you today. I said, I'm hoping that you'll have a treat for me every day. This really is a treat, absolutely fabulous, and it's so great to have Whispering Angel sponsoring on the card today as well. Brilliant for the company and the winery.
Oh, we're so excited to be here. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, and the sun is shining today, and we're all here, and everyone's having a fantastic time. It's really great to be here as the brand.
And he's not just the wine tipster. I don't know how good you are on horses, actually.
Hey, thanks so
I've
much,
seen you
Ray.
tip some horses. But what about the Whispering Angel race today? Who is going to win?
What a good race we've got here. I'm going to go for a Nassau. Come on, trip is right, ground is going to be good. Had a couple of starts this season, one last year at Royal Ascot. We know how good a Nassau is, and a Nassau is going to win, and we're going to have
Two
some Garous
Onassis?
to set. Yes, do a Nassau.
Cheers.
to that.
And can we just say cheers to the beautiful Michelle as well?
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers, Michelle.
As many were planning their day 2 tipples, one filly was looking to go alcohol-free in the feature. She'd faced Poetic Flair in the Sussex Stakes, himself looking to become the latest 3-year-old to become a legend on the Downs.
He's yet to pop the question on Rock of Gibraltar. Here comes Rock of Gibraltar, and what a wonderful turn of foot. 6 Group 1s. The Rock wins the Sussex. Henry the Navigator by half a length. Ravens passes, putting in a storming run. Henry the Navigator all out from Ravens Pass. King Henry wins again. Inside the final half furlong, Rip Van Winkle trying hard. Camford Cliffs now appears on the outside, and he'll get there, and cleverly too. Frank
Unstoppable, unbeaten, utilises that turn of foot to devastating effect and wins the Nassau Stakes. What a brilliant horse! Kingman taking a long time to get balance. Now begins to serve. Kingman coming at Coronado, and Kingman will run him down. He took longer to get organised, but he's won the Sussex Stakes.
The soft ground carried over to day 2, but Nagano coped with conditions just fine, making it 3 wins from 4 starts to pit favourite Siskany under a well-timed David Egan ride.
They race towards the line. Nagano has a very slender advantage here and holds on from last almost to first. Siskany behind this recovery run was next. Irish Legend has moved into 4th position late on, and then Pied Piper.
The Group 3 Whispering Angel Oak Tree Stakes was next. Fillies and mares going to post for the 7 furlong contest, where Bounce the Blues were sent off the favourites.
And Lullaby Moon is the back marker. They're running towards the home turn. Jason Hart in red jacket, Highfield Princess. Got her over from a high draw to lead on the rails. Isabella Giles in yellow and blue in 2nd place. There's a length and a half behind those. Dandala races off the rail. Last Empire on the running rail. Murdermore, a violet jacket between those. Agincourt's the extreme right. White sleeves and pink cap. Bounce the Blues in grey and blue just ahead of her. Helvetia, blue cap on the running rail. Pink and blue. Onassis is trying to find a way through. Juska and Lullaby Moon are towards the rear of the field. They're heading down now with just over a furlong to go. And as they do so, it's still Highfield Princess and Last Empire together. Onassis has moved into 3rd position. Bounce the Blues is coming. Isabella Giles is still there. Last Empire and Danny Tudhope, the leaders, well inside the final furlong. Highfield Princess in 2nd. The pink jacket Onassis coming home strongly. Last Empire 1. Onassis and Highfield Princess tight between those 2nd and 3rd. From the last back of the field, Lullaby Moon in 4th.
Last Empire relished the soft ground and improved for the step up in trip as she powered to victory on her first try at 7 furlongs. Next, the Molecombe, where Fearby was a strong favourite after his facile Dragon Stakes win earlier in the month.
They're off. They race away. Caboo just rears a little bit coming out of the stalls, and he gets a bump from Chipotle as they get away. Booney was the fastest into stride towards the right, with on the left our boy Will. Nymphadora very prominent. Chim Gannon is there as well. Kingboard Star behind those. Fearby will be about 5 from the right. Black and white jacket travels strongly. Chipotle in red is in behind him. Then Caboo and Mojo Maker and Swayze with a white face towards the right is towards the back of the field as they come down already to halfway in the Markel Molecombe. And it's Booney and Fearby together. Nymphadora, the bronze jacket, off towards the left. In behind those is Armour and Kingboard Star. Chipotle in red chart colours trying to get there. Caboo behind those. Booney holding them at the moment as they head down inside the last furlong. But here's Armour against the stand side running rail. Fearby in the black and white colours has a chance as well. Booney to Armour has gone past him. Ryan Moore on Armour streaking clear. Oh, it's won by 3 or 4. Armour wins. Fearby 2nd. Booney in 3rd, and Nymphadora home in 4th.
Nothing could pierce the defences of Armour, whose turn of foot saw him career away from his rivals in the final furlong. And then it was time for the big one, the Sussex Stakes, which had seen so many classic generational duels over the years. This time, though, it was a battle of the sexes, with Alcohol Free and Snow Lantern taking on the colt Poetic Flare.
All in. They're off. They race away as they leave the starting stalls against the running rail Order of Australia, with next to him Poetic Flare. Century Dream in green colours runs prominently. Caught out wide is Alcohol Free. She's just preceded by Tilsit with the pink cap. Then Lope Fernandez, a white cap ahead of the grey Snow Lantern. She's just in front of Do Hale, and Space Traveller is at the rear of the field. So they settle down. Ryan Moore on Order of Australia leads to James Doyle, the green jacket, on Century Dream in 2nd place. Kevin Manning on Poetic Flare is in 3rd place. On the right, Tilsit, Kieran Schumacher, pink cap. Against the running rail, Lope Fernandez, a white cap for Frankie Dettori, and then Ashim Murphy on Alcohol Free. Caught up on the outside of the grey, Snow Lantern and Jamie Spencer. Duhale and Jim Crowley is next, and then as they come to the halfway point into the straight, Space Traveller and Danny Tudhope at the back markers. Century Dream is committed for home and gone on here. Leads by over a length now to Ward of Australia in second place. Poetic Flare coming through to try and take second position, but having a bit of trouble to do so. Till sits behind those. Then comes Lope Fernandez, Alcohol Free being brought down the centre of the course, but it's the green jacket of Century Dream. Here is Poetic Flare to join him. Alcohol Free putting in her challenge. Ward of Australia and Lope Fernandez are the next pair at the furlong pole. It's the white jacket of Poetic Flare, but nearest to us, Alcohol Free. The filly has gone through to take it up in the closing stages. Tight between them. Alcohol Free has a very narrow advantage to Poetic Flare. Alcohol Free under Sheen Murphy have won the Qatar Sussex. Poetic Flare in second, Snow Lantern behind those in third, to Hale and Order of Australia the next pair.
A third Group 1 victory for Alcohol Free, who proved herself one of the top milers around with Sussex success, and put Andrew Balding firmly in the picture to win his first British Trainers' Championship.
I thought she was very good. She's so tough to have Ascot, Falmouth and Newmarket, and then this race all in quite quick succession is not easy, and she thrived with racing and work. She felt super on Saturday. We only went 4 furlongs, but I was full of confidence, to be honest, and particularly when the rain came. And thanks very much to everyone at Parkhouse. Firstly, for putting up with all the bad rides, and secondly for managing this filly, because Tom, she can be quite a handful. Anyone who follows me on Instagram can see when I go in to tack her up, she pretends she's going to bite and kick me, and then when you get near her, she's quite the opposite. So she's a special character.
In the Alice Keppel Condition Stakes, Illustrating made it 2 wins from 3 with an easy victory over the sprint trip, powering away from the rest of the field inside the final furlong.
Now Frankella goes on. Illustrating comes to challenge. Anadora with the noseband, a big challenge. Canonised in behind those. Illustrating and Danny Tudhope, though, have taken it up now, and with 100 yards to go, have settled it. Illustrating wins in good style. Goes on to win 2 or 3 lengths ahead. Anadora and Canonised together, a tight thing second and third. Willoughby Bay is home in fourth.
Eloise made it a day to remember for Andrew Balding, as she proved best in the 10 furlong fillies handicap, always doing enough to see off the sustained challenge of Timeless Soul.
Eloise takes it up now, goes on to Freya in second place. Timeless Soul, nearest to us, is moving through into second place, but she's 2 or 3 lengths behind Eloise. Running towards the line, Eloise continues to be in front. Timeless Soul is gaining, but Eloise will hold her. Eloise wins, Timeless Soul in second, Freya in third, and Percy's Pride was home in fourth.
And after Armour's victory, Richard Hannum recorded a double of his own, with Magical Wish getting his first win in nearly a year in the World Pool Handicap, despite some naughty antics near the line.
Enough already, closing on the outside. Second place at the moment is Sunset Breeze. Be prepared, a Magical Wish behind this, well inside the last furlong. Hieronymus in front. The light blue of Magical Wish tried to bite a rival there. Hieronymus being joined by Magical Wish, tight between them. Be prepared back in third position. Sunset Breeze is next, and then Enough already. They race towards the line. Nagano has a very slender advantage here and holds on. Last Empire and Danny Tudhope, the leaders, well inside the final furlong. Highfield Princess in second. The pink jacket Onassis coming home strongly. Last Empire won. Mooney to Armour has gone past him. Ryan Moore on Armour, streaking clear. Oh, it's won by 3 or 4. They're off. Alcohol Free, the filly has gone through to take it up in the closing stages. Alcohol Free has a very narrow advantage to Poetic Flare. Alcohol Free under Sheen Murphy have won the Qatar Sussex. Illustrating and Danny Tudhope, though, have taken it up now with 100 yards to go, have settled it. Running towards the line, Eloise continues to be in front. Timeless Soul is gaining, but Eloise will hold. Hieronymus in front. The light blue of Magical Wish tried to bite a rival there. Hieronymus being joined by Magical Wish, tight between them.
After a great day for the fillies on day 2, they took centre stage in the day 3 feature, the Nassau Stakes.
Over a career spanning 4 decades, James Fanshawe has trained his fair share of star mares.
The Soviet Song looks too strong as they race up towards the line, and Soviet Song clears away.
Seal of approval for George Baker and James Bradshaw is coming clear to win the Fillies and Mares.
Now he has another in the form of Orderia. A Breeders' Cup winner and narrowly touched off in the Prince of Wales' stakes, she's looking to land a first domestic Group 1.
Well, I told her from the moment when she arrived in the yard she was going to be a nice filly. She's got stronger, you know, and you never know, will they train on as a 5-year-old? And that first run was really, really good. Today, we are aiming for the Nassau.
And with William Buick flying in the saddle, the 5-year-old has every chance of being the leading lady at this year's Qatar Goodwood Festival.
Before racing, we had the now traditional Magnolia Cup for female amateur jockeys, and one of the more thrilling finishes of the entire meeting.
And it's still She Got the Jockey. Mine Behind is closing in second place under Candida Crawford, but She Got the Jockey is just about holding on from Mine Behind. It's going to be fairly tight. She Got the Jockey and Mine Behind. Oh, that goes to the judge. Followed in third by Fashion and Furious.
A dead heat. Cleo Gosden Hood and Candida Crawford couldn't be split on the line, and for the first time in its history, the Magnolia Cup was shared. A fantastic result on its 10th anniversary, this year run in aid of the charity SmartWorks. The Day 3 action proper opened with a great result for Shadwell, who recorded a 1-2 courtesy of Carder and Alfardel, the former flying home to win this competitive 10-furlong handicap.
And the further the race goes on, the further that Carder is going to win by. Carder scores a good 4 lengths. Tight for second, a bob of the heads between Alfardel on the near side of Aryan Power.
A power-packed renewal of the Richmond Stakes followed, with Asymmetric hoping for his first Group 2 win, having gone down by a head at this level last time out.
Here's Asymmetric now, bursting through in the white jacket as they race up inside the final furlong. And Asymmetric picking up really well from Coonan, out wide Garbas, and then Ebro River. Asymmetric, Garbas tries to go with him. Asymmetric goes one better than Newmarket. What a fine turn of foot. Garbas second. Tight for the Miners. Coonan on the near side, far side, Perfect Power, and Ebro River close up as well.
The gaps eventually came for Asymmetric, who showed his class to lead inside the final furlong and make it 3 wins from 4. The Gordon Stakes over 12 furlongs for 3-year-olds is traditionally seen as a St. Ledger trial. Third Realm was sent off the favourite for this, having run with lots of credit in the Derby last time out.
It's Ottoman Emperor that took it up, entering the final furlong, goes 2 lengths clear. Third Realm, Youth Spirit, Sir Lucan now with a much delayed run down the outside from Wordsworth. Ottoman Emperor from Sir Lucan, who's gaining all the way. Ottoman Emperor is going to hold on from Sir Lucan to win the Gordon. Tight for the Miners, Third Realm on the near side of Youth Spirit and far side Wordsworth.
Johnny Murtagh rode Yellowstone to victory in the 2007 Gordon Stakes. 14 years later, he trained the winner too, as Ottoman Emperor continued his remarkable progression by taking this Group 3 prize. Now for the feature. Joan of Arc had taken her form to a new level in France in June and was sent off joint favourite for this contest alongside a fellow champion across the channel, Ordaria.
And they're away. Lady Bowthorpe jumped out alertly and Kieran Schumark wants to take her back. And Empress Josephine and Joan of Arc, the 2 Aidan O'Brien runners, are the first 2 in the early stages, followed by Zayada in third, Technique, then Lady Bowthorpe now back in 5th place, and Ordare settles in last in the hands of William Buick. They're fairly well strung out in the early stages, and Joan of Arc now gallops on into a 2.5-3 length lead from stable companion Empress Josephine. Zayada is handy in the blue and white jacket. Then in 4th is Technique, followed by Lady Bowthorpe, and lastly Ordaria. So continuing their journey, about to run uphill, and it's the Prix de Diane winner, Joan of Arc, ridden from the front here by Ryan Moore, by a couple of lengths or so to Zayada and Jim Crowley on the outside of Empress Josephine and Frankie Dettori. Kieran Schumark in the orange cap on Lady Bowthorpe. Technique on the inside, Tom Marquand, and William Buick at the back aboard Ordaria. About to swing round the top turn into the home straight. And Joan of Arc still out in front, maybe just slackening off the pace a little. A length and a half to Zayada. Empress Josephine
Then Lady Bowthorpe, technique on the inside, and Audaria being held up right at the back for a late pounce as they run down towards this final little right-hander. And Joan of Arc stretching on by a length and a half. Zayada covering the move, followed by Empress Josephine. Lady Bowthorpe travels well in behind these from technique at the cutaway, and Audaria at the back. An intriguing race up the home straight. Joan of Arc just nudged along in the lead here. Zayada is cruising up in second. Lady Bowthorpe poised, then Empress Josephine. Audaria now asked a question, then technique. Joan of Arc, Zayada, Lady Bowthorpe out wide. Audaria, a furlong and a half left to cover. Lady Bowthorpe now comes through with her challenge on the outside of Zayada and Joan of Arc as they run inside the final furlong. Lady Bowthorpe on the near side of Zayada and Joan of Arc as they race up towards the line, and Lady Bowthorpe goes on. Her ladyship gets her Group 1 in the Nassau. Lady Bowthorpe has won it. Kieran Schumacher punches the air, salutes the crowd. Zayada, Joan of Arc, technique, Audaria, and lastly Empress Josephine.
27 years after his last Group 1 victory, William Jarvis was finally dining at the top table again. Lady Bowthorpe had given Palace Pier a fright, then enjoyed a luckless run in the Falmouth. This time there'd be no hard luck story, only a tale of relief for Jarvis and redemption for jockey Kieran Schumacher, who'd battled his own demons before this breakthrough success.
You know, without sounding too confident, I always believed if I got myself clean and sober, I could get myself back on track into where I wanted to be. That was the thing that was holding me back, and thankfully I'm here. And you know, I've won a Group 1 today, but I'm already looking for my next one.
Look, I've never lost faith in myself as a racehorse trainer. Quite a lot of other people may have done, but that doesn't really bother me. But that's why I've only got 28 horses in the yard. Maybe we'll have another 2 after today. We may have another 3. But look, it's I've got a lovely bunch of staff working for me, and they're fantastic.
After the Nassau, a nursery. Blue Collar Lad and Bastogne filled the placings at huge prices. But the winner was far easier to find, Aswan breaking his maiden on his 4th start after 2 recent second-place finishes.
A very open race. Aswan's just doing best though in the black sleeves from Adjuvant. Out very wide Mayfair Stroll. Blue Collar Lad coming home well with Bastogne. Aswan's just going to cling on here from Blue Collar Lad on the near side of Bastogne, fighting it out for second.
A great week for Andrew Balding continued with Wilderness Girl's win in the 2-year-old fillies maiden, keeping on strongly to fend off Brazilian Beach inside the final furlong.
As they race inside the final furlong, Wilderness Girl and Brazilian Beach. Wilderness Girl is holding Brazilian Beach at the moment as they race up towards the line, and Wilderness Girl confirming the potential of her debut at Newmarket goes on to win. From Brazilian Beach, Silverdale in 3rd and Typewriter staying on in 4th.
William Buick was on board Wilderness Girl and on board Carter earlier in the day. He made it a treble in the finale. When the dealing's done, dropped back to the minimum trip and flew home for a 2nd win of the year.
Here comes Twilight Calls, and also on the near side When the Dealing's Done. When the Dealing's Done takes it up now from A Pint of Beer, and then Digital, and When the Dealing's Done has done the job well. Wins by a length and a half, 2 in second, A Pint of Beer. Digital on the near side, far side Airman running on well. Twilight Calls in amongst them, but didn't really pick up. And they're off. Carter sticking on well here for William Buick as they race up towards the line, and the further the race goes on, the further that Carter is going to win by. Carter scores. They race up inside the final furlong, and Asymmetric kicking up really well from Coonan, out wide Garbaz, and then Ebro River. Asymmetric, Garbaz tries to go with him. Asymmetric goes one better than Newmarket. Ottoman Emperor from St Luca, who's gaining all the way. Ottoman Emperor is going to hold on from St Luca to win the Gordon. Intriguing Qatar Nassau Stakes, and they're away. They race up towards the line, and Lady Bowthorpe goes on. The ladyship gets her Group 1 in the Nassau. Lady Bowthorpe has won it. A very open race. Aswan's just doing best though in the black sleeves from Adjuvant. Aswan's just going to cling on here. Wilderness Girl is holding Brazilian Beach, and Wilderness Girl confirming the potential of her debut at Newmarket goes on to win. When the Dealing's Done takes it up now from A Pint of Beer, and then Digital, and When the Dealing's Done has done the job well.
Day 4's highlight was the King George Qatar Stakes, a 5-furlong white-knuckle ride for the fastest horses in the world. And over the last 4 years, one horse had made the race his own.
And they're off. It is Batage, and he's going further and further clear. They're toiling in his wake. This is a Group 1 sprinter waiting to happen. Batage, much the best. But this is Batage, and he's in a league of his own. He's gone clear by 5 lengths. Everything else flat to the boards. Batage, simply awesome. Batage, much the best. Batage still in front, and they race up towards the line. And Batage is the first ever 3-times winner of the King George Qatar Stakes. Inside the final furlong, Batage still by a couple of lengths to Glass Slippers in second. Back in third is Ornate. It's simply Batage versus the clock from here. He is burning up the turf. The ballistic Batage has won again.
First up though, the longest race of the week, a handicap over a marathon 2.5 miles. Calling the Wind proving he had the endurance, withstanding the late charger Withhold in the run-up to the line.
Calling the Wind hits the front in the hands of Pat Dobbs, who's ridden a patient race. Green Book second, Withhold third, platform 19, Elysium Flame from the back, but Calling the Wind, who ran so well at Royal Ascot in the Queen Alexandra, wins the Goodwood Festival. Tight for second, Elysium Flame running on well down the outside, far side Withhold.
If there was one potential superstar on show all week, it was Baaeed. Shadwell's latest sensation was 3 from 3 in effortless style and was looking to keep up his 100% record in the Bonham's Thoroughbred Stakes.
Andrea Azzini has bounced out El Drama and Tasman Bay, taking a big drop in distance. He heads on into the lead now under David Probert from El Drama. Khartoum in the purple cap, followed by Tactical, then Rhythm Master. The hot favourite Baaeed is second last in these very early stages, with Perotto the back marker in the white cap. Heading through the first quarter mile, and it's Tasman Bay chased by El Drama in second place. Khartoum is third, then Tactical on the inside, Rhythm Master. Baaeed is weighted with, and so too Perotto. Swinging right-handed, slightly uphill at this point of the course. They'll soon be heading downhill towards the home turn. And it's Tasman Bay by 2.5 lengths to El Drama. And it looks like an honest looking pace, followed in third by Khartoum, Tactical, Rhythm Master, Baaeed still second last, and lastly Perotto. They swing the corner, 3.5 furlongs left to cover in this Bonham's Thoroughbred Stakes, and up front it's still Tasman Bay with El Drama now matching strides on the right, followed by Khartoum, gets a shake of the reins, Tactical, Rhythm Master. Baaeed is now making ground on the extreme right, the red hot favourite, followed by Perotto. El Drama has worn down Tasman Bay. Here's Baaeed coming there, absolutely cruising in the hands of Jim Crowley. El Drama looks a sitting duck, and Baaeed just changes his legs there and is soon ahead. Baaeed by 2 lengths. Jim Crowley looking round for dangers, and the horse begins to lengthen away. Baaeed by 4, 5 lengths, 6 lengths. This could be a superstar. Baaeed has destroyed them in the Thoroughbred Stakes. El Drama second, Tasman Bay ran on again for third. Perotto, Tactical, Khartoum and Rhythm Master.
6.5 lengths the winning distance in this Group 3, a remarkable performance and one which whet the appetite of where we might see this star in the making next. 18 went to post for the Golden Mile, one of the big handicaps of the week, but the market found a clear favourite, Path of Thunder, who'd oozed class in his victory at Newmarket's July meeting 3 weeks earlier.
Chalier from the inside draw, the grey, is probably the overall leader, with Johan very close, Maydani likewise, then Epic Endeavour, the red sleeves, Corazon Esplanade on the outside, and Path of Thunder in a good early position, the favourite, blue with a white cap on the inside. And they are followed then further back by Magical Morning, who's in the leading 8 or 9, with Ross Collin just ahead of him on the inside in the orange sleeves. Then Hortzadar in a red cap. Further back in the field is Acquitted and Escobar, and then Bedouin Story on the outside. And then towards the back, Hartswood at the moment. Kazar's out the back. Greenside is out the back as well. Orban is another one. Trey Fleur's got lots to do, and so too has another bat as they run towards the home turn. And it's Chalier on on the inside of Corazon Espinado. These two go neck and neck. Path of Thunder, spot that white cap on the inside just behind Shalir, waiting for a gap there. William Buick, followed by Johan, Epic Endeavour, Magical Morning making ground on the outside with Bedouin Story. Another bat down the outside, and then Acquitted. Ross Collins in behind a wall of horses as they run down inside the final two. It's Shalir, Johan, Magical Morning. Out wide is Bedouin Story. May Danny going for a run up the far rail as they run to the final furlong. May Danny and Johan. They're followed out wider by Bedouin Story. Here's Escobar coming through. Ross Collins now out into the clear on the far side, but it's looking a little bit late, and it's May Danny that's 2 lengths clear from Escobar and Ross Collins, and May Danny wins the Golden Mile. Ross Collins looked an unlucky loser on the inside of Escobar, followed home by Johan, then Orban, Acquitted, and further back behind those Bedouin Story and another bat.
Another winning miler for Shadwell. May Danny had been beaten less than a length last time out and made up for it here, reversing the form with Magical Morning and powering away from his field in the closing stages. And those famous blue silks with white epaulets would be worn by Jim Crowley on board Batash in the feature too. Bidding for a 5th win in this race, he'd be sent off the favourite, just ahead of young upstart Dragon Symbol.
Batash from stall 3, and they're off. Batash away well, speed towards the right with Ornate going forward, good effort, Zargan, Arecibo dropping in behind, you better believe it on the right. Dragon Symbol is tracking them, they congregate into one group towards the far side. Liberty Beach on the left. Batash is probably 2 or 3 lengths off the pace at the moment, followed by Art Power, Keep Busy, Glass Slippers is held up behind runners, and Stone of Destiny at the rear of the field. Ornate the leader from Good Effort. Batash well on terms, the blue and white jacket on the left. Dragon Symbol, the grey, getting a nice toe through the race. Arecibo on the right with every chance. Then Liberty Beach as they run down with a furlong and a half left to go. Batash might just be in front now from Arecibo. Dragon Symbol's running on well with Glass Slippers on the far side, and Swayzer down the near side for France. Swayzer has taken it up in the King George and is soon away, has kicked right away, and Swayzer goes on to win. Dragon Symbol second, Glass Slippers back in third, running on Keep Busy, near side Stone of Destiny, Arecibo, and Batash pretty well beaten today.
At the age of 7 and after 4 Group 1s and 6 Group 2s, it was finally time for Batash to bow out. He would be retired after this race, having not shown that same spark as previous years. But in his place, a potential new star in Swayzer, the filly flying away at the line. Poor Dragon Symbol having to settle for second yet again.
I was delighted to be able to ride her again, and you know they were all very happy with her coming into today. And you know you couldn't help but be very impressed with what she did, and she's got a great attitude to go with it. She's very calm, and you know she's just a very good filly.
The Glorious Stakes followed, with Godolphin still searching for a first winner of the Glorious meeting. The hopes were with the favourite, the appropriately named Passion and Glory.
Yukon Glen about to be pulled wide by Paul Mulrennan as they run down inside the 2. Still Passion and Glory, the one to get by here from outbox, and without a fight. Here comes Yukon Glen charging down the outside from Pablo Escobar. They run down to the final furlong. Passion and Glory. Yukon Glen coming right down the middle of the track, the 8-year-old. Passion and Glory's clear far side from Foxtel. Yukon Glen on the near side, striving to get on terms. Foxtel is running on well. Passion and Glory far side, just held on. Yukon Glen down the near side probably took second. Foxtel between them, maybe tight for second and third. A Lunac, Pablo Escobar.
A thrilling finish, but Passion and Glory toughed it out to fend off the challenges of Yukon Glen and Foxtel to remain unbeaten since returning from Meydan earlier in the year. Ever Given was fancied to record back-to-back wins in the nursery that followed, and duly delivered, staying on strongly to record a 3rd victory in 4 career starts.
Ever Given getting there on the near side now. This one unleashed. Ever Given has quickened up well for Danny Tudhope, chased by Jadlon, and they're going to fight it out down this stand side. It's Ever Given from Jadlon. Rob John runs on, Sowles in the centre, but Ever Given, that was a decisive pick-up there inside the 2, and Ever Given goes on to score in good style. From Jadlon in second, Rob John third, Sowles was fourth.
And another favourite would come home in front to round out the day's action. The Queen's Wink of an Eye making it a remarkable 4 wins in a row. prevailing by a neck in the closing handicap over 1 mile and 3 furlongs.
Wink of an Eye is now with a thundering run down the outside. Scampy, Wink of an Eye, and on the far side, State of Bliss. They're going to fight it out here. Ziggy is back in fourth. Wink of an Eye on the near side. Scampy fighting hard. So too State of Bliss. Behind them is Ziggy as they race up towards the line. It's Wink of an Eye just in front. Wink of an Eye for Her Majesty has won the last race. And they're off. Calling the Wind, who ran so well at Royal Ascot in the Queen Alexandra, wins the Goodwood Festival. Jim Crowley looking round for dangers, and the horse begins to lengthen away. Baid by 4, 5 lengths, 6 lengths. This could be a superstar. Baid has destroyed them. And it's May Danny that's 2 lengths clear from Escobar and Roscollin, and May Danny wins the Golden Mile. Batard from stall 3, and they're off. Swayzer down the near side for France. Swayzer has taken it up in the King George, and is soon away, has kicked right away, and Swayzer goes on to win. Foxtel is running on well. Passion and Glory far side just held on. Ever Given, that was a decisive pickup there inside the 2, and Ever Given goes on to score. The race up towards the line, it's Wink of an Eye just in front. Wink of an Eye for Her Majesty.
5 glorious days were about to come to an end, but not before the traditional cavalry charge on the Downs, the Stewards' Cup.
Welcome to the draw for the Unibet Stewards' Cup. 16 for Fresh.
It is Fresh and Mount Nogan. It'll be between these two. They've got another 100 yards to go. Fresh is out in front, and Fresh wins for Danny Tulloch.
Hurricane Ivor, £3 well in for this run. 18.
Hurricane Ivor, the last to attack to the far side rail as they hit the line together. Phoenix Star and Hurricane Ivor.
Last year's hero, Summergan. Last year he was drawn 17 when he won it in first-time cheek pieces, and he is once again in stall number 17.
Summergan runs on well down the centre. Summergan in the centre. Kimmy 5 far side. Summergan and Kimmy 5.
A well-backed outsider, Punch Bowl Flyer.
Punch Bowl Flyer has been there all the way, leads up with just over 150 yards to go. Punch Bowl Flyer is all out, Bielsa charging home, and at the line it's tight.
First number 3, Punch Bowl Flyer.
A 3-year-old handicap kicked off the card, with Delali bouncing back from a poor run at Chester last time out to win for the second time on turf, carrying top weight to victory.
As they race up towards the line, and Delali in a slow motion finish from Seven Brothers. Delali is seeing it out very gamely in the hands of William Carver to beat Seven Brothers. In third then Shark 2-1, Red Mirage battled on, as did Just Frank against the rail.
Before the Stewards' Cup, we had the consolation race for those horses who didn't quite make the cut. Bickerstaff had impressed at Ascot last time out and was fancied to continue his upward trajectory here.
First folio is one from the left, the grey. On the wide outside, on the far side, is Music Society. They're chased by Be Proud. Treacherous can't get a run through as they run down to the final furlong and a half. It's Mr. Wagyu on the near side of Mokkatil, Power Over Me coming through, then Music Society, and then Abel Kane chasing hard as they race on. Only Spoofing is making late ground, but Mr. Wagyu is out clear under the stands rail. It's Mr. Wagyu extending the advantage and wins clearly. From Abel Kane second, Power Over Me probably just third on the near side of Music Society, then Be Proud, Only Spoofing, and Mokkatil chasing them up.
Mr. Wagyu had certainly been kept busy. This was his 5th race in July. That didn't seem to weary his legs though, as he decisively took this prize for a remarkable 4th win in 2 months. On a day of valuable handicaps, there was one for the stayers next, and Prince Alex proved himself a gelding for the big occasions, winning here after plundering another big prize pot for his owners at York the previous October.
They run down towards the final furlong and they're slogging it out. It's Urban Artist on the far side from Prince Alex. Out very wide is Adair, and then on the far side Future Investment begins to stay on with purpose. Urban Artist, Future Investment and Prince Alex chasing. Urban Artist and Prince Alex, they're all out, and Prince Alex on the near side of Urban Artist might have snatched it. Third Future Investment, Adair fourth, and then on to Victory.
We were treated to seeing a true star performer in the Lily Langtree. Wonderful Tonight was odds on to extend her winning run to 4 in this mile and 6 furlong Group 2 contest.
It's Wonderful Tonight, chased by Alba Flora, an old rival. Then Makawi, who's fading divinely, Tribal Craft, Cabaletta, and Believe in Love. William Buick getting pretty serious with Wonderful Tonight, who was very fresh and keen in the early stages. She's got about 2 or 3 lengths on Alba Flora. Tribal Craft is sticking on. Wonderful Tonight's got a furlong to go. Closing is Tribal Craft, then Alba Flora. Wonderful Tonight from Tribal Craft. Wonderful Tonight by 2 lengths to Tribal Craft, who's inching a little bit closer, but time is running out, and Wonderful Tonight, in any case, is too strong. Wonderful Tonight wins the Lily Langtree from Tribal Craft. They were well clear of Alba Flora divinely, Makawi, Believe in Love, and Cabaletta.
Wonderful Tonight revelled in the soft ground despite the 14 furlong distance being at the edge of her limits. All systems go for her Arc de Triomphe bid later in the year. And now, time for that cavalry charge. Plenty of sprinters in form, but the one they came for was Ejtalab, who was seeking a hat-trick following victories at Epsom and Newcastle.
And they're away. Atalanta's Boy, well, the blindfold was removed a little bit slow, but he's away with them. They do split into a couple of groups. Major Jumbo leading towards the far side with Punch Bowl Flyer over there and Ostilio as well. And Hey Jonesy, and they're going forward quickly. They're chased by Great Ambassador on that far side and Lampang. It looks like Bielsa's doing the solo down the centre of the course. Meanwhile, on the stand side, Meros is the leader from Just Another Bottle. Danzino running very quickly with Total Commitment as well, and just in behind those is Barbill and Ejtalab, who's got a bit to do on that stand side group behind runners, chasing them hard, and now in the firing line is Total Commitment coming there as well as they race down to the final 2. On the far side, Punch Bowl Flyer and Major Jumbo duelling away from Great Ambassador and Ostilio, and then Hey Jonesy over there and Lampang and Mr. Lupton. Bielsa down the centre. On the stand side, Desert Safari comes through with Total Commitment, and they're chased by Comanche Falls, and out in the centre Fresh tries to run on Great Ambassador the far side, just taking it up on the near side. Total Commitment, Comanche Falls rushing home, so too Chief of Chiefs. It's Comanche Falls getting up, Comanche Falls, Gulliver finishing off well, near side probably second, Great Ambassador, Chief of Chiefs, Total Commitment, and then followed Bielsa and Lampang.
After winning the Scottish Stewards' Cup last time out, Comanche Falls added the English version to his CV, sticking his neck out right to the line to fend off Gulliver. That form had been franked less than 2 hours earlier, with Mr. Wagyu finishing third in that Hamilton race. Imperial Fighter tasted success on debut for owner Michael Blenko. Oisin Murphy on board, getting him to the front early and keeping on well in the 7th furlong maiden.
Near side coming through Imperial Fighter. Imperial Fighter with Ring of Bearer now. Ring of Bearer and Imperial Fighter, but Imperial Fighter is proving much the better in the run up towards the line. Imperial Fighter driven out by Oisin Murphy and makes an impressive winning debut from Ring of Bearer. Capital Theory in third and Diva's Boy Shape with Promise in fourth.
And the apprentices were in action to close the festival, with Rebel Territory justifying favouritism after a few luckless runs to grab his first career win at the 7th time of asking.
They run inside the final furlong. Rebel Territory just leads the way to Sweet Reward. Out in the centre, the Whipmaster, and then Top Anticipation. It's Rebel Territory out in front here in the hands of Reese Clutterbuck for local trainer Amanda Perrett wins the last race at the Qatar Goodwood Festival. Rebel Territory from Sweet Reward, the Whipmaster in third, and Maori Knight was fourth.
Drawing to a close a Goodwood Festival that truly lived up to its name. Glorious.
Uda Lally is seeing it out very gamely in the hands of William Carver. And away they go. Mr. Wagyu is out clear under the stands rail. It's Mr. Wagyu and wins clearly. And they're away. Wonderful tonight by 2 lengths to Tribal Craft, who's inching a little bit closer, but time is running out, and Wonderful tonight, in any case, is too strong. Comanche Falls rushing home, so too Chief of Chiefs. It's Comanche Falls getting up, Comanche Falls! Imperial Fighter driven out by O'Shea Murphy and makes an impressive winning debut. And they're away. It's Rebel Territory out in front here in the hands of Reese Clutterbuck for local trainer Amanda Perrett wins the last race at the Qatar Goodwood Festival. Rebel Territory.